Welcome to InfoHub. In our headlines, fracas in National Assembly as opposition MP refuses to obey Speaker. Prime Minister lauds gift lands business confidence. Passports will be issued soon in Region 6. And new Mazaruni prisoner transport launch commissioned. Stay tuned for the details of these and more. Daddy! And now for the details. The first day of the consideration of the 2018 national budget estimates seem to have taken a sour turn after Speaker of the National Assembly, Dr. Barton Scotland, called for the suspension of the sitting and ordered that opposition Member of Parliament Bishop Juan Edgehill immediately leave the parliamentary chamber. Details from Alexis Rodney.
Edgehill was deemed disrespectful to House Speaker Dr. Barton Scotland after he refused to heed several commands to take his seat. He had repeatedly sought answers to questions that the Speaker said could not have been dealt with at that moment because of the lack of time. At the commencement of the sitting this morning, Dr. Scotland reminded that the House will be keeping to the allotted time frame to address matters for the day. For matters under the Ministry of the Presidency, the first consideration for the day, 2 hours was allotted.
The honourable member is out of order, and I must order you to leave this chamber and take no further part in the business of this matter for this. Honourable member, Sergeant at Arms.
I'm an elected member of this House to scrutinize this budget on behalf of the people of Guyana.
Sergeant at Arms. You will take steps to enforce the Speaker's direction. And if you need assistance, then you will have to get it.
An uproar broke out at this point as ranks of the Guyana Police Force made their way into the chamber. However, MP Edgehill again refused to leave with the officers. He was even protected by a human barricade formed by his colleagues, who all claimed maltreatment. Alexis Rodney for InfoHub.
Minister of Natural Resources Raphael Trotman says government is worried over the opposition's growing disrespect in the National Assembly. Here is Paul McAdam.
Minister Trotman.
We are quite distressed at what we see is an evolving pattern of disrespect. It was meted out against His Excellency the President a few weeks ago on November the 2nd. That was a new first. No matter how bad relations got between the two main parties in this country or the two main groups, there has never been a disrespect of the kind seen in Parliament on the 2nd of November, and we have never seen today's events repeated before. Previously, there were incidents where people hurled objects at former speakers in the 1970s, but nothing as we have seen. And what is more amazing is the rapid descent. That in November you would see that, and then in December you'd see something else.
Minister Trotman described the opposition's actions today as taking the National Assembly to its lowest point ever.
I've been a member of Parliament since 1997, continuously, so this is 20 years, and in all of the 20 years I've never witnessed anything like this. When there's been a government and when there's been an opposition, there's always been a speaker. The speaker has always been shown respect. And whenever the speaker has invited a member to sit, be quiet, or refrain or withdraw, that has always been complied with. So this is, we've set a new precedent today, or some may say we have descended to a new low.
Trotman himself, a former speaker, reminded that Dr. Barton Scotland was acting within the ambits of parliamentary procedure, and he encouraged the opposition to bring a quick resolution to the issue.
As a former Speaker of the National Assembly, I can also say that the Speaker, from what I have seen, has taken all of the correct procedural steps, and it is for the clerk, if he feels that the Sergeant-at-Arms is incapable of enforcing the Speaker's ruling, to invite the police in. I also want to say that none of us would like to see chaos erupting further in the House. I believe there's been enough of it. But at the end of the day, the parliamentary system we practice under is one where the Speaker is the presiding officer, and that presiding officer must be shown respect, and the dignity of the House has to be maintained. And so I would urge the members of the opposition to try to de-escalate the situation. The Speaker cannot be expected to assume the chair where there has been a breakdown of order.
Paul McAdam, InfoHub.
Ministers of government and members of parliament today gave their reactions to what transpired in the National Assembly.
This has nothing to do with who can speak and all of that. It's a question of the rule of law. The Speaker is the person who controls the business in this House. And he cannot, Mr. Edgell or no other member of the House, can decide that they will violate these rules of the House by refusing to take action when the Speaker tells them to do so. If this were to be allowed to go like that, we will have chaos.
This is the second time now that we've seen this obnoxious behavior on the part of this political party. This is a party that claims it wants to run this country, to govern this country. How can you govern a country when you have such little respect for our national institutions? Any member who does not recognize the authority of the Speaker has no place in this House.
Regardless of what has happened, I sat there and male and female members of parliament shouting, rape, rape, rape. I mean, it was recorded as if rape is a joke. I mean, where are we really going as women? Where are we? Rape is a serious problem.
Bishop told the Speaker in no uncertain terms, I'm not leaving, get the police to remove me. What kind of religious man is that to begin with? And when the Speaker ordered him out of the House, I will not be listening to, he said, I'm not leaving.
This experience is not what the young people of Guyana is looking forward for from elected representatives. I believe this is one of the highest house where decisions are made that will impact the nation, more so the future of the nation. And a lot of young people look to the members of parliament as role models, as example to aspire to. And I would want to believe that they are most disappointed with today's activity.
Reporting for InfoHub from Parliament, Stacey Carmichael.
Prime Minister Nagamutu noted that businesses continue to express confidence in the Giftland group of companies. This was highlighted as the local company added another business to their fold. Zanil Williams has more.
Prime Minister Moses Nagamutu congratulated Mr. and Mrs. B. Pat for showcasing their confidence in the local economy.
Roy B. Pat has brought to Guyana something that is new, something that is innovative, something that has put us now into a different standard of integrated business. And for that, he deserves appreciation for his confidence and for his business acumen.
Referring to local content, the Prime Minister said Guyanese must do more to advertise themselves and local products as well.
There is nothing demeaning about Guyanese getting into local business and seeking to package and to brand local products made in Guyana, used in Guyana, and of course, products that are Guyanese to the core.
Echoing him, Minister of Business Dominic Gaskin added that Food Max will encourage and provide opportunities to farmers to produce more and have their products displayed.
If we want to sell more local food, we have to consume more local food. If we want our farmers to produce more, we have to start consuming more of what they produce.
The Chief Executive Officer, Royston B. Pat, assured that the supermarket will work closely with local farmers. The supermarket saw an investment of $1 billion and currently employs over 100 persons. It was highlighted that when fully operational, some 300 persons will be employed. Sunil Williams reporting for InfoHub.
Paul McAdam tells us that hundreds of farmers are in dire financial problems due to the decision taken by the former administration, according to Finance Minister Jordan.
Finance Minister Winston Jordan highlighted that the Skeldon factory was not only a waste of money during his budget debate presentation. The Skeldon decision, he said, also left many farmers in debt.
One bank gave out 546 loans, right? All are non-performing. means that nobody ain't paying back. Nobody ain't paying back. That bank, the other bank, even more. The other bank gave out 869 loans to farmers. And 800 of these loans are non-performing.
The issue of increasing amounts of non-performing loans, Minister Jordan explained, was solely due to the actions instigated by former President Bart Jagdeo.
It is his legacy that is causing non-performing loans to think back, not this government. Not this government. People must know the truth. The two biggest areas of non-performing loans in the banking system are housing and agriculture, specifically sugar and rice.
The facts were highlighted by the Finance Minister in response to claims that the government was responsible for the increasing amounts of non-performing loans in the banking system. Paul McCallum, InfoHub.
Residents of the East Berbice Quarantine region will soon be able to forego traveling in Georgetown to uplift their passports. The region is set to have its own passport and immigration office constructed in the Fort Ordnance, Kanji Berbice area. Here is Crystal Stahl.
Minister of Citizenship Winston Felix at the sod-turning ceremony on Saturday said the establishment of the Region 6 Passport Office will bring the delivery of passport services to residents.
It is with your comfort in mind that the improvement of the efficiency within the immigration department, as well as the decentralization of the immigration services, is being undertaken at this time.
Minister Felix also revealed plans to establish passport and immigration offices in Bartica, Anna Regina, Madia and Linden in 2018. Meanwhile, Mayor of New Amsterdam, Winifred Haywood, expressed satisfaction with the establishment of the project.
I am pleased not only for this project, but all the other things that are happening in this town.
The building is expected to be built under a $57.5 million contract with the M&P Investment Company and is expected to be completed in April 2018. Crystal Stahl for InfoHub.
ExxonMobil's country manager Rod Henson downplayed claims of secrecy in the signing bonus it paid to the government. Tiffany Rogers has more.
Henson said signing bonuses are common in petroleum agreements and there was no secrecy in its dealings with the government.
Let me say that signing bonuses are customary and normal in many petroleum agreements. Not all, but in many around the world as part of the total financial agreement.
ExxonMobil paid US $18 million into a Bank of Guyana account.
Not to any individual, but to a government bank account designated by the Ministry of Finance. Let me say also, ExxonMobil, as a commercial entity, we have no role whatsoever in the use or where those funds go.
Following the publication of correspondence between the Ministry of Finance and the Bank of Guyana in the local media on Friday, Minister of Natural Resources Raphael Trotman described it as an attempt to humiliate the government. Henson said Exxon operates with the highest standard of business, but warned that transparency must not be at the risk of endangering commercial information.
Transparency initiatives, in order to be successful, should protect proprietary and commercial information, should ensure that they don't violate any country's laws, and should apply to all companies in the extractive industry.
The government has committed to releasing the agreement with Exxon and its partners as part of promoting transparency and accountability in the oil and gas industry. For InfoHub, Tiffany Rogers.
The Marine launch Troy Williams, which will transport prisoners to the Mazaruni High-Level Security Prison, was officially launched on Saturday at the Guyana National Industrial Company Wharf by the Minister of Public Security. Here is our final report.
The $127 million passenger cargo vessel is named after the late prison officer Troy Williams, killed during the 2002 MASH Day jailbreak. Minister of Public Security Kemraj Ramchatan described the vessel's acquisition as part of a wider effort to improve and modernize the prison system.
We had to make the decision very early in this administration that yes, indeed, we are going to spend the monies to ensure that we have that which it takes to better the comfort level, the efficiencies, and the proficiencies of the prison service.
The Public Security Minister formally handed over the keys to Director of Prisons Gladwin Samuels in the presence of Williams' mother and sister.
The decision of the Ministry of Public Security to go ahead with the recommendation to name this vessel after Troy Williams was an excellent idea. I trust that this vessel will be given the care that is due to it, so that it will remember someone who gave of his best to this organization.
The ML Troy Williams is 70 feet in length and 21 feet wide. It has the capacity to carry 60 tons of cargo and 80 persons, is powered by two 250 horsepower engines, travel up to a speed of 12 knots per hour, and will be operated by 2 trained officers.
That's InfoHub for today. Remember, you can connect with us 24/7 on our website and social media. Goodbye.